Fully receiving is what we choose. And within is blessed our lives, reminding us love will be our truth. Oh, love is my truth, I surrender. Love is my truth, I surrender. Love is my truth, I surrender to love, to love. Oh, oh. Love is my truth, I surrender. Love is my truth, I surrender. Love is my truth, I surrender to love. Oh, oh. This is great. Come on. So I have to come over. Move over here. How's that? Screen.
Can we shift the camera so we get him in the shot fully? Okay.
Angelica.
Yay! I guess you're okay now as long as you're there. We moved him over a little bit, so
I just scooted.
I think we're good now. Perfect.
With open hands and open hearts, fully receiving is what we choose. The light within has blessed our lives, reminding us love will be our truth.
One more time.
Huh?
One more. Or...
Oh, it's not. Whoa, I want to love you the way you want to be loved. I want to hold you, make you feel safe with every touch. I want to meet you, oh, every way you be. How you feel is important to me. I'm here whenever you need me, because la 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 la. I'm here with you, la 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 la. Whoa, I'll be your sunshine. When your head is in the clouds, I'll be your lifeline. When you think out loud, I'll be your cool sign. Yeah, yeah. When we write our vows, you can live in accordance with me. I'm here whenever you need me, because la 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 la. I'm here with you, la la la, whoa, whoa, whoa. Because la 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 la. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. I'll be yours. I'll be yours. I'll be yours. If you choose, 'cause I want to love you the way you want to be loved. I want to hold you, make you feel safe with every touch. I want to meet you, oh, in every way you need. How you feel is important to me. I'm here whenever you need me, because la 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 la. I'm here with you, la la, whoa, oh, oh. Because la 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 la. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. Maybe I'll grab my drink for that. Maybe like And through our love and our presence, manifesting greatness into our lives. Clean your mind and your soul, and your body will follow you into your eyes, excitement. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, 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 it's a sunny day. Oh, yeah. All day, come on and say, hey, hey. Oh, 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 it's a sunny day. Yeah. Take control of your breath. Love will do the rest as we rise. So will the people. When we love every part, the song comes from our heart. Living a life of love is so simple. Hey, hey. Oh, 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 it's a sunny day. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All day, come on and say, hey, hey. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Sunny day depends on one thing: how we open our hearts to oneself and sing. We choose to be, we choose to love, we choose to be loved, we choose to see. We choose to be, we choose to love, we choose to choose a sunny day. Oh, 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 it's a sunny day. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All day, come on and say, hey, hey, hey. Oh, 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 yeah. La la, la la la. It's a sunny day. Whoa, it's a sunny day.
We have like one more.
The never stop a love, never stop a love. It's our song, it's our song, it's our song, it's our song. You can never stop a love, never stop a love. It's our song, it's our song, it's our song, it's our song. You can never stop a love, never stop a love. Let it sing through you. Welcome home. You can never stop a love, never stop a love. It's our song, it's our song, it's our song, our song. You can never stop a love, never stop a love. It's our song, it's our song, it's our song, it's our song. You can never stop a love, never stop a love. Let it sing through you. Welcome home. Welcome home. Oh, you can never stop a love, never stop a love. It's our song, it's our song, it's our song, it's our song. You can never stop a love, never stop a love. It's our song, it's our song, it's our song, it's our song. You can never stop a love, never stop a love.
It's our song, it's our song, it's our
Let it
song.
sing through you. Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. I never sang that song. I just made it up like that way. Completely different. But a little bit of improv. Ready?
Good morning. Aloha to everyone. Everyone present here in form and everyone present online. We're here on another beautiful day in Hawaii, and gratefulness comes to my heart daily. We're going to have a reading from the Science of Mind magazine, and Angela has kindly offered to read for us this morning. Thank you, Angela.
Hi, good morning. Aloha kakayaka. How's everybody doing? I'm Angela. I didn't expect to be coming here to read anything, but here we go. This is from the Science of Mind magazine, and it starts out, "Between God and me, there is no between." That's the quote from Meister Eckhart. And then there's another quote here that says, "Life is not just something to be endured, it is to be lived in joy and fullness without limit." If we listen to how we talk about God, we find revealed to us is what we believe about God. Often this is a God rooted in colonization consciousness. For example, consider the concept that birthed this phrase: God does not give us more than we can handle. That phrase is similar to what Celie told Sophia in The Color Purple. This life soon be over, heaven last always. She is attempting to offer Sophia comfort in the midst of the abuse she receives rather than asking questions and seeking the answers to shift the consciousness so that men no longer deal in transactional relationships through the medium of domestic abuse. Amen there. No thought concept of God desperately needs an new thought concept of God desperately needs an upgrade. So there is no more anthropomorphizing, which keeps God as a separate and distant presence versus the very presence of all that we are. What does it mean to have a holy boldness of God? It means speaking about God in more expansive ways. It means speaking of God as all of us. You and all creation are God individualizing itself. When we really understand this and embody this, we will become more committed to equity and justice because we will understand that the life of all is God and none are free until all are free. And the affirmation for today is: God is all there is, and what it is, I must be. Of the affirmation, God is all there is, and what it is, I must be.
Isn't it lovely to gather? I love the passage in the Bible that says, "Where two or more are gathered, there is magic," right? I added the magic part, but that's my version. It's magic to be here. It's magic to be alive. It's time for us to go inside to our quiet place, maybe put our feet on the floor. I'm going to take my shoes off, a little more grounded, and go into that quiet place. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. I'm going to use the chime to go in there. And personally today, I'm going to put my hands over my heart and go to gratitude. You're welcome to join me or do your own version. And then I'll ding the chime again to come back to the room. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. It's always lovely to go into the quiet and hear all the non-quiet around us. The roosters, the birds, even the traffic. There's beauty in all of it. And there's beauty in music, don't you think? Where would our lives be without all the arts that are present on our planet? And the beauty of music, the musical arts, is something I'm sure all of us appreciate and enjoy. So we're going to have another piece of music. Thank you so much.
Aloha, everyone.
Aloha.
Something that I learned like 2 months ago or 3 months. Aloha. Love is all is love. And it's on constant repeat in my mind throughout the day. Aloha. Whenever I say aloha or mahalo, aloha. And most of the songs I've created incorporate elements of love, and well, it's all love. All of it's love. So I have created in the songs elements of Tantra, which is the fundamentals of Tantra is breath, movement, and
Sound.
So I've used the lyrics in the songs that I've created as reminders, affirmational reminders that we are, in essence, all love. So this song that I have created alongside my beautiful beloved Lucinda. By the way, we are Lucinda and Sydney, Lucid Loves. This song is called True Bliss. It was, when I was writing it, it was a journey of the death of my ego and the rebirth of someone I was so excited to meet. And a reminder for everyone who hears it to gather and celebrate. Because we're all love. And so here it goes. You're trying to fix yourself because you're wounded. Realize there's nothing to fix, and that's true bliss, the power within yourself. That's the movement as we let love be our guide. I'm shackled no more, not bound by time. I'm breaking free from the chains that bind. Echo of light, symbol of hope, connection to source, mind, body, and soul. Enveloping breath, purify. Guardian spirit, revitalize. Layer by layer, we strip away. With our prayers and melody, trying to fix yourself because you're wounded. Realize there's nothing to fix, and that's true bliss, the power within yourself. That's the movement as we let love be our guide. Oh. Eyes before celestial focus, awaken the chakra, open my lotus. It's the reflection in every mirror. Someone is searching for you to see clear. We hang our tears out to dry, through a straight, return to light. Layer by layer, we strip away. With our prayers and melody, trying to fix yourself because you're wounded. Realize there's nothing to fix, and that's true bliss, the power within yourself. That's the movement as we return to light. Oh. So we dance upon the solid ground to celebrate our life and freedom. Put our hands together in prayer to support each other in our healing. Mystic beings gather round to hear our rhythm and melodies. We recreate the world we knew from deep inside our memories. We revitalize our connection to source. Guardian spirits lead us true. My eyes are open, I've seen the light. Take us back to the world we once knew. Trying to fix yourself because you're wounded. Realize there's nothing to fix, and that's true bliss. The power within yourself, that's the movement. As we let love be our guide. Oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. I'm shackled no more, not bound by time. I'm breaking free from the chains that bind. Echo of light, symbol of hope, connection to source, mind, body, and soul. Enveloping breath, purify. Guardian spirit, revitalize. Layer by layer, we strip away. With our prayers and melody, trying to fix yourself because you're wounded. Realize there's nothing to fix, and that's true bliss, the power within yourself, that's the movement. As we let love be our guide. You're trying to fix yourself because you're wounded. Realize there's nothing to fix, and that's true bliss, the power within yourself, that's the movement. As we let love be our guide. Oh. Mahalo nui.
Thank you, Lucinda. Thank you, Sydney. That was beautiful. Great lyrics. Powerful. By the way, for those of you that are new here at New Thought, because we are streaming live as well, instead of applauding, we do this version, and if it's a standing ovation, we do this version. So that just helps with the live stream, so that, yeah, for reasons of obvious reasons. Okay. A welcoming message, of course, is always prevalent when we are two or more gathered. So here we are on another beautiful Sunday morning in Hawaii. And I know for myself, I am blessed to be here at New Thought. The history of New Thought was originally established here in Hawaii in Kailua Kona in 1971 in a different location further north. In 1999, they moved here. And in 2010, they purchased this lanai. There are other people here on the property, of course, but the lanai is ours, and it is also rentable for people's purposes, other purposes, workshops. There was a wedding reception, I believe, over the weekend, or a tea party or something. So if you ever know of anybody that is looking for space, we have it. New Thought to me, I'm going to just jump in here on a personal note, because I had been wanting to, I came from California. My name is Leah. I'm sorry I didn't introduce myself before. And I had been wanting to move here for 38 years. I have family on the island. I came and visited for 38 years, always leaving and getting on the plane and crying when I was leaving, thinking, I'm going back to my home. Why am I crying? And now that I'm finally here 38 years later, because logistics of my life allowed, I understand that I'm here back in my home, many lifetimes here, and I'm back home. So I feel very, very blessed. And I was also blessed to have found New Thought by following my intuition, talking to a woman who said, after talking to her for an hour, she said, have you heard of New Thought? I said, no. She said, well, I think you'd fit. So I came, I was here the first day, and I said, I fit. This is my new home. And to have ohana, spiritual ohana, with open-minded people, open-hearted people that love and accept each other as we are in every moment and are here for each other is such a blessing. And as I look around the room today, most of us maybe have come from somewhere else. And so after a year of being here and living further south in Ocean View, I got the opportunity to come here, and following my intuition, spoke on the microphone and spoke about how I got here. And then I also got to speak about the miracles and ordinaries. So am I jumping? Let's see. Sorry, I'm in the wrong place. We've got to do the handheld mic pass first, but we'll come back to miracles and ordinaries because it's a really special part of our day. Do we have some new people here that have never been here before? First-time visitors? Angela, thank you so much. She was so brave to, when I asked her if she'd read, she like, I didn't know I was going to do something read today. I was just coming as a guest. Surprise! Life is like that, isn't it, sometimes? So, excuse me, just a minute. I need to access Callie's question. When we have a speaker each week, we ask them to ask a question of the audience. We all have our own interpretation, of course, and our take on it. So her question to us today is, do you feel that your life could be richer and more energized way, perhaps in your personal life, relationships, or in your business? So now we're going to pass the mic, and each of us gets to give a response to that. Yeah, please say your name first, and then just pass the mic to the next person. Since I have the mic in my hand, I guess I'll go first. Energized, enhanced, and in love with life. I feel daily that if I show up as the best version of me, I can stretch and grow, and then I'm assisting to shine the light on the path. And I think each of us are doing our own version of that, and it's a beautiful thing.
I'm Patty, and I'm not hearing too well today, so I'm going to pass.
Good morning, I'm Pasha. I'm not positive I understand the question, but it may be, is it an area of growth? Okay. All right. Well, I would like to have more energy.
I'm Shelba, and for me, right now, I'm working on trying to meditate more. I'm basically lazy, and I'm finding that my dreams are coming back, especially my prophetic ones.
I'm Terry. I have to pass.
I'm Margie, and I think somebody asked what the question was again. If somebody,
Can I? Am I okay? I'm mic'd. Haha. In essence, it's asking if there's, if you feel like you could be enriched in your life, enhanced in your life in any more area, whether that is spiritually, physically, in your relationships, in any kind of area of your life. Do you feel that you could be growing in that area? And what area would that be? Like, where do you want to grow?
I'm Margie, and everything.
I'm Stephen. It's a great question, and I seem to be honing in on my own personal answer, though. Yes, I could use improvement in my little self, but I realize what I want is just to feel more good, and I'm realizing, well, it is all about love, and I have to want good for everybody, not just me, like, and just bless everybody, and that's going to enhance my life greatly.
I am Peace Eagle for a year with a purpose. Peace Eagle is a Cherokee belief, and Cherokee. Peace Eagle. Peace in myself. Spreading out from my example. I'm through.
Aloha, I'm Lexi. That question, I don't know, my brain is kind of all over the place today. I feel like just so much gratitude for this meeting and for dance and just meeting new people, coming out of my shell a little bit. I'm super shy, but just grateful to be here. And yeah, thank you.
Kaimana, I think always could be richer. Probably every part of my life could be richer. And yet I'm so grateful for the richness that fills my life. Living in Hawaii. A part of me would love more love, like romantically, and yet I've fallen in love with myself. And that's been the greatest gift of my life and love. So the richness of that you can always be more. So yes, more richness in all of my life. Yeah.
Aloha, I'm Cindy, and I feel very blessed with the energy and love in my life that hopefully I can project outwards that will affect those around me as well, and always open to enhancing any part of my life.
Aloha, I'm Joe. And yes, and yes to all of the question. But bringing that to my awareness at this point is very important. And I thank you for the question. Aloha.
Aloha, I'm Jeanette. I also feel like there's so much quality, so much I am grateful for in my life right now. There definitely is an area where I feel like I'm very eager for it to expand more, and that I am a healer and a teacher, and I'm still pretty new to this area. So I feel like people haven't found me yet. So I'm ready.
My name is Gerling. I'd like to grow my hair.
My name is Faith.
Aloha, I'm Nance. More joy.
I am Vivek. Yes, there is a scope of improvement in every aspect of life, be it physical, mental, spiritual, or emotional. Thank you.
The cameraman's shy here. His name is Aaron. I'm Pomaikai, and I was born to grow, and I continue to grow. I have always been curious about absolutely everything and wanting to know more. Science tells us now that our universe is constantly expanding. And I think as human beings, we all do that as well. So I am just always open to expanding more in all areas of my life.
That's a great question. I like that. My name is Sally. I would say I feel very fortunate for the richness that I do have. And if anything, I would like to continue expanding my spirituality.
My name is Lucinda, and I feel rich in love and overflowing, and I feel like I'm constantly expanding into more of myself and looking to expand more as an artist and a teacher, and yeah, aloha.
Aloha. My name is Sydney. I am in a point in my life where I am starting to share more of myself. I've recognized through the past 2.5 years with my relationship with Lucinda that it feels really good to let go. The more you let go, the more you let in. You have room. So it's called the you and I verse, not the me verse. And I feel like I'm becoming more of myself and can pose as a healthy, excited example for all of those who are also on that same path. So providing that sort of reflection is my highest excitement. So sharing myself and my gifts, that's the richness I am choosing on my path. Mahalo. Aloha. E.
I'm Jan. Not quite sure what to say, except yes, definitely want to expand spiritually and in my personal life and just become better at it. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Reagan. I would say seeking growth in all directions, but this morning I'll say clarity, wisdom, and compassion.
Good morning. I'm Angela. I'm at such a great place in my life right now. I'm really grateful for the space that I find myself in. I feel like I'm like the most healed version of myself currently right now, and it's been a long road. I would like to see myself expand with my gifts and my abilities, my business. I'm always open to growth and involvement in every area of my life, but I'm feeling overflowing with lots of love and just gratitude. It's been amazing. So I feel very content and fulfilled and very grateful.
Aloha all. I am Love, and I am choosing expansion in every way, and I celebrate all of you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Isn't sharing of oneself with open ears and open hearts a lovely exchange of energy? I think it's lovely when we can all do that in the safety of this group of people and the energy that this group of people emotes. I feel very grateful for that every single week. And the gratitude comes back again to the things we can, myriads of things we can be grateful for. And music is certainly one of those things. You're ready for another song. Thank you.
Check, 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 check. So this song that I am going to be playing for all of us is called Feel On Through. Is it loud enough for you? So the song that I'm about to be playing for all of us is called Feel On Through. I wrote this song after my first Vipassana, which is a silent retreat where you don't look at anyone or speak. And I was mourning the loss of a dear friend, which was all of who I constructed and let go of so much. And what seems like a short amount of time. However, when I was in the process of letting go, it felt like it was years. And evidently it was years that I was letting go of. Anyways, it's my journey again, and all of my songs that I've created are a reflection of that journey. So, here it goes. La la la. Your heart is burning. Don't be afraid. The body reacts from the choices we make. No need to do, just be as you will. And watch the pain disappear the more that you feel. So feel on through. La la la. Feel on through. The tears are falling. You're letting go. No need anymore. With love, there's nothing to fear. All that you need has always been here. So feel on through. La la la. Feel on through. So feel on through. La la la. Feel on through. Emotions are oceans. The waves come and go. But the hurt melts away when you let go of control. With vibrations changing lately, I feel it too. So let go of all resistance and feel it all through. La la la, feel on through. Your heart is burning, don't be afraid. The body reacts to the choices we make. No need to do, just be as you will. You watch the pain disappear the more that you feel. So feel on through. La la la, feel on through. So feel on through. La la la, feel on through. Mahalo.
Thank you, Sydney. That's a beautiful song. As I said before, the lyrics of his songwriting are profound and deep, and glad I didn't cry. Didn't have a tissue today. Oh, Callie, did you make it through? Oh, gosh. Well, today we get to do, like every Sunday, miracles and ordinaries. And for those of you who are new here, what we get to do is share, come up to the microphone here on the stand, and every week, every day, sometimes there's miracles, small, large, maybe might seem insignificant, and there's ordinaries where you were thinking of somebody and the phone rings and there they are. So miracles are happening minute by minute. And please come up to the microphone and share. Oh, I'm getting my exercise. It's good. Oh boy. So a miracle. There's a woman that I met here at New Thought many, many years ago. And when I met her, I found her very interesting. And I also found her very temperamental. And she wanted nothing more in her whole life than to get married and to be with a wonderful man. And so she met a wonderful man, although at the time he wasn't that wonderful. But he evolved, she evolved, and they both evolved and turned into amazing, wonderful, loving, caring people. And their names are Liza and Paul, and many of you know them.
And they unfortunately had to leave the island, which deeply, deeply hurt both of them to leave here, a place they called home. They thought they were going to go to California first, and they went to California and found out that the prices of living there are as bad as here. So they decided to try somewhere else, and they wound up in Las Vegas, which is something nobody would have expected from those two. But here's something more unexpected, and many of you may know this, but I'm just throwing this out as a suggestion. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock our time, they're going to get married in Las Vegas at an Elvis chapel. And their family is coming, and they're going to wear hats, and they're going to do the whole bit. So I'd just like to offer to everyone to just vibe into them at 11 tomorrow morning, and just send them aloha and love and happiness and joy for this wedding, which I never ever thought was ever going to happen, but it is. So miracles, that is a huge, huge miracle.
Hi, morning. I just want to acknowledge that so many people in the share were sharing that like they're living their best life. And that's a miracle that I'm experiencing. Another miracle that I would like to express is that recently in my life, I've had 3 cars, and 2 of them, the transmission went out. And when things happen in clusters, I kind of feel like it's really spirit saying, pay attention, you know? And then my brother's car in the same month, his transmission went out. And so I tried to get really like philosophical, like, what does that mean? Like my transmissions are not working. And it was like transmissions. We're trying to download stuff, and you keep waking up at night and you keep tossing and turning, and we're trying to share stuff with you. So I had the opportunity to do a psychic reading this last week, and it just felt so great to be in that space. And it reminded me that I don't need to be like working in that like sort of zone to be in that zone, because spirit is transmitting, and there's transmissions coming through constantly. And especially, I think one of the things that I'm encouraged by everybody is like, oh, I'm living my best life. And yes, it can get better, but it's getting better. And that's one of the things I always remind people when we look at the world and all of its problems, it's getting better. And that's the real miracle, is that we are evolving this planet. And I'll just acknowledge that gentle breeze that blew through. Yeah, many of my teachers say, recognize it's not just the wind. That's spirit's angel wings, yeah, brushing against us. So thank you for the miracles. Oh, and the real miracle is, so I was working on one of the cars. I was trying to get it. There was a $30 part. I Googled all, like, what can I do? What can I do? I took the whole thing apart, and that wasn't the problem. And I was like, shoot. And I put it all back together, and now it works. So I don't know how I fixed it, but just like putting my attention on it seemed to fix it. And as a computer person, years, like people would call me with a computer problem, and I'd show up and they'd be like, oh, it just fixed itself. And I really learned that when we place our focus on our intention for something to fix itself, often miracles happen. Yeah. So.
Good morning. So this past week, Rob and I got an interesting piece of news that our grandchild is expecting. So we're going to be grand. And it's just such an amazing, wonderful thing that with all the problems of the world, you know, climate change and wars and, you know, challenges of all kinds, and it's intentional, you know, it's not an accidental thing. She and her husband wanted to have a family. So that's just so wonderful. Number one, that our own family is going to have another generation, but just that young people feel strong enough and brave enough and optimistic enough that they want that. They want a future. They want to bring new souls into the world. So that goes with what Kai said, that the regardless of problems, the faith that things are getting better, things can get better. And yes, thanks.
Well, again, my name is Leah, and last May 30th, I came over here. I bought my one-way ticket. I had a house-sitting job down in Ocean View, and I knew I had 3 months. And then, miraculously, I found New Thought, and I found the beautiful place I'm living right now. Yesterday, I got a note on my windshield. You have 2 months to be out. So now I am looking to create, with Source and with open ears and open hearts, I'm looking to create the next wonderful miracle in my life. So I'm putting it out there because you all have yours, hearts and minds and kindness. And you never know when you're going to talk to someone or hear something or, oh, by the way, I know of an Ohana available. So as of August 1st, thank you for any tips, ideas, directions that I might go next. And I'm trusting the process. Okay, whoops. Back on. Okay, back on. All right. So today we have a very special guest presenter. She happens to also be a personal friend of mine, Callie Kares, and I'm going to read all about how amazing this woman is. Callie Kares is a force of nature in the realm of personal development, renowned as a master intuitive energy conduit and psychic luminary for her transformative impact. Her journey into mysticism began with a miraculous spirit-guided healing after being shot in the spine and paralyzed at the age of 20. This pivotal experience catapulted her into the world of intuitive healing and successful leadership. Callie's laser alignment with the unified field endows her with the extraordinary ability to tap into universal consciousness, communicate across dimensions, and forge a sacred connection with nature, animals, and the beloved dolphins and whales. Her unique journey fuels her passion for empowering others to view their past challenges as catalysts for growth, transforming tumbles and traumas into opportunities to live their diamond destiny. I want to sign up for that. Under her luminous guidance, individuals from all walks of the experience called life experience deep, life-altering transformations. Her extensive list of international clients includes peak performers in Fortune 500 companies and award-winning celebrities in the sports and entertainment industry. They all attest to her powers in facilitating profound transformations. She masterfully blends conscious neuroscience, remarkable healing, guiding you towards your best self and connecting you to the ultimate source for unparalleled passion, peace, and enlightened peak performance. Intuitively guided to Hawaii months before the world paused in 2020, Callie expanded her transformative healing and retreat offerings for her Salt Spring Island, British Columbia Center to this unique vortex of aloha energy here in Kealakekua. This remarkable setting provides an unparalleled environment for profound healing and spiritual growth. With Callie Kares, embark on a path that transcends the ordinary, unlocking your true potential and embracing the divine harmony of the universe. Her topic today, she says, stand on your story, a heartwarming, healing, transformative journey. Welcome, Callie Kares.
Thank you, everyone. Let's make sure that you can all hear me and everything's right here. And before I stand up, thank you, Leah, for inviting me here. And Leah is a dear friend, and she has been able to experience my connection with the whales. So has Lucinda and Sydney. And I'm not sure if anybody else in the audience has here, but it's something that I'm so excited to actually be here talking to you about it, because this New Thought Center is actually part of my story today, and it's really come full circle. And I'm really excited to share that story with you. But before I do that, I want to sit down because for two reasons. First of all, I want to read on here. I don't know if you know, but the New Thought Center of Hawaii, the multi-faith community, the tagline underneath says, a sanctuary for the nourishment, development, and evolution of each individual's unique spiritual path. And I just want to let you all know that I honor everybody's spiritual path. And with working with thousands and tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people over the last 22 years, they have all had different spiritual paths. And I honor each one of you for where you are. And I don't want to be anybody's guru. What I do is I teach everybody to be their own. And that's really what I'm here to do today. And I want, at the end of the day, I want to make sure that you leave here with the number one secret that I found out to how to manifest incredible things in my life and in other people's life. And I want to gift that to you today. But before I do that, I want to ask if I can have everybody's permission to share at a more open and transparent depth than I have ever done publicly before. Many of my close personal friends, like 3 that are here today, know a lot of things about my sacred connection with the whales and with the dolphins, but I have never come out publicly with it. And I really feel that you wonderful people, and because you're here in Hawaii, and that that you will embrace that. So with a show of hands, do I have your permission to be more authentic and share things that I've never shared before? Wonderful. I see all hands up. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That means so much to me. And it really is, this is a monumental for me, because I have working in corporations and all the different things that I've done. I've played very vanilla, and at least openly. And behind closed doors, when I work one-on-one with people, we go deep. We work with the cosmic realm. We do all of that, but I've never openly. I mean, we're being live streamed, we're being recorded. I've never talked about these things, and so I'm really excited to do it with you special people, in this special place, in this special vortex, because Hawaii has been special to me since I was a preteen when I came here for the very first time, and I feel like I'm living my dream. And I wish we had tissues up here, because I'm pretty sure I've been holding back the tears. So I don't know if there is any tissues anywhere. So thank you, Pasha. You're an angel. So I think that's wonderful that I got your permission, and I'm going to share actually. So there's going to be a story about the whales and about this place that I'm going to tell you. But before I go there, for all of you who don't know my backup story, I saw your eyes light up when they talked about me being shot in the spine, and some heads and everything. So when I was, I'm going to give you a really short version, and it's really important that we start off with this so that you understand where I'm coming from. So at age of 20, I was being stalked by a co-worker that thank you, love, that I dated for a short while and broke up with. And after I found out that he was psychologically unstable. And the reason I manifested that into my life was because I grew up in a very traumatic household, like very, very unhealthy household where there was abuse of every type: physical, emotional, spiritual, sexual. And at the age of 5, I went to my mother after going to kindergarten and learning about good touching and bad touching, and told her that I wanted the things that were happening to me downstairs to stop. And nothing was done about it. It was completely ignored. It was shut down. So, what is a child to think about their worthiness when you go for help and the people that are supposed to protect you do nothing and allow you to be subjected to abuse? So I know that many 50% of women or more, and about 30% of males, and no matter what gender you are, that is abuse is prevalent. It is prevalent. They say that by the age of 18, that about 80% of people have been abused in some sort of way. So I share this with this foundation so that you understand where I've come from. And this is where I stand, because if I can come from here and go to here, even if you start here, I know you can get there. And that's why I really want you to understand that even though the outside of my home, we had a nice house, we had a boat at the yacht club, we were family of the year in the church, in our community. I was a child and had to run down the street to call 911 because my mother was just beaten and her ribs were broken and lung punctured. So the incongruency was very big from the facade and then what was really happening. And that's part of my work, not only for myself. My whole life is about being congruent, but also having people in their lives be congruent, and because energy, as an energy worker, that's what I do as a Reiki master. I work with energies. I work with the physical energy in your body, but I also work with the energies that are surround us, because everything is energy. And I've been very blessed to be tapped into the cosmic energy and have a lot of helpers to unblock the pain, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, doesn't matter what the pain is, because energy is in motion. Like energy is in motion. When it's in motion, there's no pain. But whether we're hit like this physically, or whether we're hit in our heart with emotions, or in the gut or in the back by somebody stabbing us in the back, energetically, that is blocked emotions. That's where the pain is. Stagnant energy is where pain happens. So I'm here to help get energy moving and flowing again. So just think, if there's any pain going on in any areas of your life, it's because it's blocked, and that can be unblocked. So coming back to being shot and paralyzed. So at 20 years of age, I had changed universities and changed jobs to get away from the stalker. But he found me, and he found me in my underground parking lot. And he was waiting there for me. And he was all prepared because he had put toothpicks into the locks of my door so I couldn't get into my car. And so when I went around, and I knew intuitively that he was there, like I knew he was there, but I was on my way to my mom's house to celebrate that I just received my university acceptance into the second year university, and I was taking psychology and sociology. Imagine that, trying to figure out what life was all about for myself and for the world because nothing made sense to me. Everything just didn't make sense. You say I love you, but then you treat me like this. You say this and then you do this. It was just all of these things, and I was just really not, I couldn't figure out what life was all about. So that's why I dove deep into the psychology and sociology, and was actually even looking to become an RCMP officer in Canada, which was to put bad guys in jail, like the ones that we had in our family that weren't being put in jail for doing the things that they were doing. So, excuse me for 1 second. Isn't it a beautiful day today? Breeze going. So, with that being said, here I am now in my underground parking lot and can't get into my car, and this man ran right behind me and put a gun right to my back and shot me point blank in the back. The bullet's still in my spine in my L4. It cut my cord. There was a lot more stuff that happened and the trauma in that I had to beg for my life as he put the gun to my head afterwards. And then he put it up to his head, and I talked him out of shooting himself. And when I convinced him not to shoot me again and not to shoot himself, he says, well, if I'm going to leave you here, I'm going to leave you here with nothing to live for. And I knew right then that that meant he was going to go kill my family. And no matter what they had already had happened in my family, I felt compelled to save them. And when he ran off into the rainy Monday night on January 22nd, I was paralyzed, and there was a pool of blood, and a car came in, and when the car came, they saw the one rifle and saw me in this pool of blood, and they left. And I went, uh-oh. I'm being an athlete my whole life. I knew that I could bleed out. And I mean, it's just kind of a thing to know. But so I pulled myself into my car and drove with my hands. So my head was on the driver's seat. My limp legs were out on the passenger side, and I was doing this to get myself out to the street to call for help because there was no help in the underground parking lot. And the one person that I thought could help me, they drove away. So I thought, I have to get help. So fast forward, I get them, before I let them get me into the ambulance, I tell them, you have to call my family. So they did. I heard them say, get out of the house, meet us at the hospital. This is where we're taking your daughter. And so they met me there, luckily, because, and this has not been even written anywhere. He did go to my parents' house, but luckily the police were waiting there. And there was a long chase, and then he drove into a dead end, and he ended his life in the dead end inside of his car before the police could take him away. People always ask me what happened because I've written about this story, but I've never talked about that part. And there's more that I'm going to be sharing with you today too that hasn't been shared before. But the important part that I really want you to hear is how the miracle came about. Because when I was laying there and they said that the bullet was embedded and that it cut the cord and that they were really excited because they weren't going to have to operate because none of my organs were hurt because it went straight into my spine. And they were all excited, and I'm just thinking, you just told me my cord is cut. This is not good. And then and they already tested everything. I couldn't feel anything. They were taking like needles, and I couldn't feel a thing. And from the waist down, couldn't move anything, couldn't feel anything. And I just, in that moment, I just said, there's no way I'm going to do anything but walk out of this hospital. I literally just claimed it. I said, I have too much living to do. Now, they went and knocked me out for 3 days put me into a coma without telling me. Didn't like that violation. Um, but when I came to, they told me that my assailant had taken his life and that now it was time for me to concentrate on getting better. And that I had this big hole in my back, and of course, the bullet embedded, but that they were going to try to get me moving so that I wouldn't lose the muscle and everything, those things. So 2 weeks of having them assist me, one on each side, like physical therapists and doing all of this therapy. I still couldn't feel anything, and I was literally just taking my legs and moving them like this, and that's how I was walking and getting around with assistance, and then moved to a walker where it was just this. And I did leave the hospital still paralyzed. So that's better. The there had no feeling whatsoever was there. But I went back to my mother's home and where her husband lived with her, the same one that I grew up under the false pretense that he was my father. He wasn't my father. I found that out when I was 17 years of age, that was another lie that was going on. And I've forgiven them all for all of this, but I think it's really important to hear it so that we understand what happened. So I got back to the house, and Friday night, my next door neighbor who I grew up, and I used to babysit Dale and Dale and his wife's children and take care of their property growing up if they ever went on and watered their plants and everything as a teenager. And I had a very sweet relationship with this Dale neighbor because we used to do water fights in the summertime. And as a kid, I just loved it. And I didn't have parents around that they were always traumatized and they had their chaos going on, but I had this really great relationship having water fights. So when I got home or got back to staying after my mom convinced me to come back there and not go back to the apartment where I was shot, Dale came over Friday night, and my mother's husband was there drunk at the table and he asked me how I was. And I said, it's, I have a lot of faith. I really believe that that I'm going to make it, and that, that I'm going to get my use, of my legs back. And as I said that, George looked at him and he said, she deserved to be shot. And my jaw dropped. And I just said, for the very first time I ever talked back in that house, I've never talked back. I was too afraid. I was beaten too bad. I was abused too hard to ever talk back or even roll my eyes. But at that time I said, what did you say? And I picked up the big jug of wine and I hit it on the table. And I got my walker and I made my way back to my room. And I had a talk. I had a talk to the universe for the very first time, a very stern, angry talk. And I said, I need out of here. And I need out of here now. And I need my legs back. And I promise you with everything I have, I will dedicate my life to my mission of making the world a better place. But I need my legs to do it. And that was Saturday night. It was Saturday night. And then I went to sleep and I got up the next morning and we were on our way to the church for the very first time that I would see these people. I went to a private school, so I graduated and went to school with most people, these children, since grade 1. So I knew their families, I knew this community really well. So being 20 years of age and meeting a lot of them at age 6, grade 1, I was really excited to see these people. And I was on my walker and I walked outside and I stood in the sunshine and The sky was blue. There was not a cloud in the sky. And this was back in British Columbia. And instantaneously, as I looked up to the sun, it was like a bolt of energy came through the top of my head. There was no lightning in the sky. There was no clouds. It was clear. The bolt of energy came right through the top of my head, and I just went boom, 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 like this. And instantaneously, I felt my legs. I had full use of my legs, and I started dancing in that moment. I threw down my walker, and it was like something out of a movie or something like you see on TV, but that's how it happened. And I just started to dance. My mom's like, "We gotta take you to the hospital. The bullets moved." And I'm like, "No, Mom, it's the miracle that I prayed for last night." It was, I made a contract. I made a contract with the universe that I was dedicated to living my life, giving my life to be here in Hawaii. We call it our kuleana, doing our mission. And so, and then right afterwards, I actually hopped on a plane and went to Oahu and stayed with my uncle, who was a travel agent at the time. He's no longer with us on this plane. Um, and but the reason I just for clarity's sake, just the reason that I did that was because his family of the shooter, they were now after me, and there was like it was chaos. I mean, we're talking big movie kind of like stuff here. Like they had dropped off. They were stalking the house now and everything, and I just needed to get away. And I knew from the very first time that I was here as a preteen that Hawaii was my home. And I knew that it's a healing place for me. And I felt amazing every time I was here. So I went to Oahu and stayed with my uncle. And as a Canadian, had come back 6 months later and actually dealt with what was going on. And one of his sisters had to go to jail, and there's a lot to this story that I cannot even tell you in this, because the best part that I want to get to the story is why I said it's so important for me to be here today, because I have been able to forge this incredible experience with the whales and the dolphins, to speak with them. I don't just only speak with the whales and the dolphins. I actually speak with almost all animals, fish. I've actually even got into the water and asked the fish to take me to something, and they took me to manta rays. And I've had incredible magic happen in my life. And I truly know that the reason that that is happening, I'm going to keep repeating, is because I made this contract, the contract to give my life in service. And so coming to this really incredible story of here and me being here. So as Leah shared with you back in October of 2019, 5 months before the world paused with COVID, I was given a message, very clear message. The world is shutting down. Get to Hawaii. And I went, what? Is there going to be a natural disaster? No. I said, what's going on? Just get to Hawaii, Callie. The world is shutting down. So I came here in December, and I've been coming back and forth for a long time. Like every winter, I've been coming here and having a special connection to Hawaii. This is, for me, it was my home, but being Canadian, didn't see how I could be here. But December 2019, and as we know, the world shut down in March of 2020. But in February of 2020, I was lying in bed here in not too far, just above two step, and I woke up to 4 humpback whales holographically being in my room. And they were breathing like this. And I'm like looking at these holographic whales. Something if you've seen Avatar and then you see like the screen, it was like that, but in full color, full everything. And they said, the baby's being born now. You can come down to the bay. We want you to be there for the birth. And I had been told by them psychically 4 days earlier that the baby was going to be born in 3 or 4 days. And I said to them, I'm like, what do you mean 3 or 4 days? You know everything. And they said, Callie, don't be sassy with us. It's on the baby's time when the baby wants to come. So it's going to be in 3 or 4 days and we'll make sure you're there. And so now I had this invitation to be at there. But I had 20 and more friends coming here to this Sunday morning to New Thought to watch a speaker. So instead of going, I came here and I told everybody, guess what? There's going to be a whale being born this week, this like today down in the bay, and it's going to be amazing. And they're like, why did you hear? I'm like, well, because I'm here. Well, so 2 hours later, somebody comes running in through the door, in through like right here, and says, there was actually breathwork class going on afterwards. And I was in breathwork class, and somebody said, I'm so sorry for being late. I was swimming in the bay, and I just saw a baby being born. And I went, oh my God, isn't that wonderful? Everybody now knows that I'm a whale whisperer, right? Now, because everybody's like, oh, Callie, you're right, you're right. So I go home that night. The whales come and have a little talk with me. They're like, Callie, that wasn't the point. You just received an invitation of a lifetime of anybody's bucket list and your bucket list, and you didn't go. But if your worthiness was supposed to be, like if it was where it's supposed to be, you would have been there. You wouldn't have passed on that invitation. You need to work on your worthiness, woman. And I went, what? They said, yeah. Don't you realize you're doing things that you grew up in the same house? You have a partner who's lying and cheating and being abusive, and you're just sweeping it under the rug and doing all of these things. You've got this going on. You got this going on. I'm like, yeah, I just got told. Yep, these things are going on. So even though I was doing healing work and, and it's our journey is to the last breath we take. And that's why I said, don't ever look at me as a guru just because I've overcome paralysis, just because I have this sacred connection with the whales and know where they're going to be and all of these wonderful things and have these invitations. I am just like you. I have a spirit inside of me, the same spirit inside of me that is inside of you, the same spirit that is all around us. And I've had to work on my worthiness since I was 5, since I wasn't rescued, since I was left with the abusers, all the way through of having little pieces taken away, little traumas and big traumas happening all the way through. And so I'm here today to let you know that you are all worthy of living the life of your dreams. Every single one of you. And the key secret that I have never, ever read in any books, never been given in by any other of my mentors, and I have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars of some of the top mentors in the world. I'm featured with Lisa Nichols from the movie The Secret. Jack Canfield convinced me to come out with my story of being shot, which I never told until 11 years ago now. I had been doing all of this healing work, but not talking about myself because I never felt worthy. I made other excuses. Oh, people don't need to know about me. Oh, this. But it was because of worthiness. But when we feel worthy of the life of our dreams, we can make that contract with the spirit inside of us. The contract that I made for becoming unparalyzed, the contract that I've made with the whales to share the incredible quantum energy blessings that they have given to me and that I give to my people and that I've and through me and through them. And there's the part that is one of the biggest parts, and excuse me for 1 second. I just need a little sip of water. When our worthiness is down, we live here. When our worthiness is up here, we live here. And really, we are all supposed to be, we are all spiritual beings here to have a human experience, but we are capable of having magical, incredible, life-changing experiences and being able to get over these traumas. And just so you know, after the whales talked to me, and I told them, I said, you're right. I'm going to work on it. I promise you that. I will make that contract with you to do that. They said, good, because the baby's going to meet you on Tuesday afternoon at the bay. And this baby is going to give you the energy of birthing the new earth. And it is going to be your baby to swim with every day until you have to leave, until the baby has to leave in April when they do their Alaska trip. So I really want everybody to know that making the contract with connecting to the spirit within you, the spirit that has made a little egg and a little sperm turn into the incredible beings that we are, and connecting to that spirit, and then making a contract of being of service of whatever that service is for you, whether that is taking care of a neighbor or your children or making the world a better place just by giving hugs or smiling, whatever it is, you all have your own path. But just know that when you do that, that you can truly manifest the life of your dreams. Thank you.
Wow, I think I need a tissue. Thank you. If that wasn't powerful enough for each of us, I don't know what might be. The potentiality of each of us as individual beings, spiritual beings, in a physicality called a human body this time around. We all make choices every day, minute by minute. And the choices that Callie has made and the transformation that she's been able to share with us today is pretty darn special. So I'm taking that all to heart, and I'm sure all of you are as well. Thank you, Callie. That was a beautiful message, an incredible journey, and we are all on our own. I love that American Indian saying that we're all walking in our own moccasins at our own pace, on our own path, and we're each on that journey. So making it count, right? It is time for some beautiful music again. Thank you, the two of you. And we're going to pass the Koa bowl, because what we get to do is share from our hearts, from maybe our bank accounts or whatever. Put your hand over the Koa bowl and send it some beautiful energy. Even if you don't have green stuff to put in here, you can also make donations via there's a sheet over here on the table where you can take a picture with your phone and make a donation that way as well. But let's all give as we can.
I would love to take a big, slow inhale as a group and then let it all out. So, it's such a perfect time to be and be with such a beautiful community. I love you, Callie. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Very happy that you're still here and you choose to be here. So I wrote this song. It's called I Feel Safe Now. I feel like it's the perfect transition from Callie's tremendous story. Perfect story. I was in Topanga with Lucinda, sitting bare bone on the at a pool, and this just started pouring through. I had to go run and grab my phone and sit by the pool alone because it was just perfect. As Callie said, light just beamed into her head, and that's how I feel when I get those sparks of inspiration from within inspiration. And yeah, it's my journey of finally feeling safe enough to pursue my highest excitements and come up on stage and sing again after so long of not doing so at that point. And yeah, so I'd love to share this with all of we, accompanied by my beautiful beloved Lucinda. So it goes like this. I feel safe now to do as I choose. Nothing but the sunshine, yeah, yeah. In a good attitude. I'm feeling so free, being just me. Cause I took the leap of trusting myself. Whoa. I let go of self-doubt. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Circulate the flow and know you're supported. If you ever need a hand, know you've got to. First comes from me, other from you. I feel safe now to do as I choose. Nothing but the sunshine, yeah, yeah. And a good attitude. Now I'm feeling so free, being just me. Cause I took the leap of trusting myself. Whoa. You are supported in your actions, perfect just the way you are. And by following your passions, you turn your love into art. I feel safe now to do as I choose. Nothing but the sunshine and a good attitude. I'm feeling so free, being just me. Cause I took the leap of trusting myself. Whoa. Well, I choose sovereignty in my body, heart, and mind. Since it's all up to me, I leave my worries behind. Get the permission slip to validate all of your feelings. Accepting yourself is the first step in healing. I feel safe now, hey, to do as I choose. Nothing but the sunshine, yeah, yeah. And a good attitude. I'm feeling so free, being just me. Cause I took the leap of trusting myself. Whoa. Trusting myself. Whoa. Trusting myself. Sing it. Trusting myself. Oh, trusting myself. One time. Trusting myself. Oh, okay, two times. Trusting myself. Oh, three times. Trusting myself. Oh, good luck. Trusting myself. Oh, yeah. I feel safe now to trust. To do as I choose. Nothing but the sunshine, yeah, yeah. And a good attitude. I'm feeling so free, being just me. Cause I took the leap of trusting myself. Whoa. Trusting myself. Whoa. Ooh. Trust.
Thank you for that beautiful music. I keep saying the lyrics are exceptional, and they are. Thank you. We have some announcements to make, and Callie, maybe you have an announcement first.
I sure do. So, all you lovely, worthy people, I am holding a wonderful retreat this 2 weeks on Saturday, June 15th, at an incredible Balinese style villa right here in Kealakekua. And it's going to be running from 10 till 5. It's a 7-hour retreat where I will be sharing the quantum codes activations that I carry through the whales. And there will be breath work. There will be just an incredible time. And excuse me, I can't even tell you how transformative one of these retreats are. People have told me that they receive a year of personal work in one day. So I'm going to extend we have 15 spots left. And it's the 15th, and there's also a sign up over there if you just want information. I don't have any sheets with me today. We had a little tech problem. But if you sign up, whether you want to come or not, just sign up to even find out about it, because maybe you know somebody that would love to come. And yeah, so that is June 15th, Saturday, June 15th. And from 10 till 5 right here in Kealakekua at a beautiful villa.
Thank you. What is the investment?
Thank you for asking. So the regular investment, regular investment is usually $9.99, but for our locals, I actually popped it down to $3.33, and also, I don't want anything to ever stop somebody from, if you feel it in your heart that you need to come, I also have some scholarships available as well. So that is, and like I said, the transformation that happens in the one day and the experience is just beyond this world. It's cosmic. It's yeah, beyond.
Sounds like a lot of us could be there, maybe. I don't know how many start counting heads. Thank you, Callie.
You're welcome.
Also, another announcement, we have some produce free in the back. If anybody is welcome to take some produce home with them. Just help yourself. Coming up at the New Thought Center of Hawaii, obviously we have services every Sunday at 10 a.m. And you can be here in person like all of you are here now, or on live stream. You can watch the videos of live stream at any time in the comfort of your own home from any date. I'm not sure how far back in time they go, Pasha. How far? Oh, okay. Okay, to 2020. Okay. You can go that far back. Next 3 Sundays. On 6/9, we have Kabira Lion, Reconnecting with Your Divine Essence, music by Colleen Yost. On 6/16, we have Drew Womack, program and music, I Want to Be a Duck. Quack, quack. The lighter side of evolution. That sounds like fun. On 6/23, we have Star Joyce. She will be doing a summer solstice ceremony. And community drumming starts at 9:45 here on the lanai. We have weekly classes, Monday from 4:30 to 5:30. Jin and Wong does Tai Chi and Qigong, all levels. Sorry? Oh, not tomorrow. Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know. He won't be here tomorrow, but regularly other than tomorrow. Okay, no class on June 3rd, it says right here, because he's off island. The classes will resume June 10th. Thursdays at 5 to 6:30. We have a study group now and a Course in Miracles. Do you want to, is Stephen still here? Okay, see what it says next. Oh, summer recess begins this week. Okay. So we're going to have it, but not this week. And we'll be back to you to let you know when we're going to start it. We have monthly events. We have the produce giveaway today in the back, as I mentioned. and just take anything you want. And when you come to service, because produce doesn't always happen on a specific day of the week, right? When you have overage, you're welcome to bring it any time, and it's always welcomed. We have a crystal bowl meditation on the second Sunday from 9 to 9:30 in the Honua room right here. And that's a donation. So next week on the 9th, next week on the 9th. Special events, Saturday, 6:15, workshop Kabira Lion, reconnecting with our divine essence. Details to be announced. Saturday, 6:22, workshop with Maria Mann, the Yoga Love Continuum, a solstice gathering for map makers and exalted souls, 1 to 5, $45. And we also, I don't know if all of you or any of you know that we have a prayer ministry here, and you are invited to submit prayer requests to the New Thought Prayer Ministry. Over on the side table over here, there's a wooden Honu box, and there's forms that you can fill in and just put your prayer request into the box. And it will Sunday, and the requests will be submitted to New Thought Group, prayer group, excuse me. They can also be submitted. Prayers can be submitted via email, and then they will be prayed upon for a week. We have a mailing list, and if you are not on our mailing list already, you can sign the guest book that's right here on the side table, and you will get email announcements of everything that's happening here. I think that pretty much does it. A closing prayer. Oh, lunch. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, lunch. We're going to lunch at Kaya's on Callie's request. So can I see a show of hands that might want to join? Go to lunch at Kaya's. Kayas. Any of you know where it is? It's north on the highway, about a couple miles. Yeah. Okay. So that will be after we take care of putting things away on the terrace, maybe noonish, a little after 12 or something like that. All right. And closing prayer. And the note here on my cheat sheet says sometimes, but I think sometimes is now time. Because I'm feeling a heart full of gratitude for the authenticity and the caring and the sharing that Callie brought to us today. And I think it would be lovely to have a prayer. Would you like to spontaneously lead us?
We're back there again.
Like throwing you under the bus.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I came up here because I wanted to do something we've never done before. We do have people that watch, and just the remarks. I just wanted to share with everybody what people were saying. Takumi Tiara said, "Good morning, family. Infinite power." And then she says, "Spiritual awareness." That was after your talk. And Jean Love, "Powerful talk. Mahalo." And all kinds of wonderful emojis. And love is all. So I just wanted to share that, we really do have a live audience out there. And sometimes they're, even in the middle of the United States or even in other countries sometimes. So it's fun to acknowledge them once in a while and let them know what's going on. So, closing prayer. Okay, everybody, take a deep breath in and let it out. And in and let it out. And one more time. In. And just close your eyes and relax and feel whatever you're feeling in this very moment. This amazing morning full of birdsong, full of wisdom, full of guidance, full of beauty. As we recognize and know that there is only one,
that we are all a part of that creation that has created all that is, all that we know, all that we know, all that we see, all that we don't see. It's all one. And from that heart space that is always in touch with that one, we rejoice and give thanks for this special, special day. We give thanks for being together. Every single person here today is here to receive the gift of aloha. And we feel that aloha through us all. We give thanks for all that has been created and all that is being created and all that will be created. We remember that we are the gift and we give thanks. Ualele valiatula, and we let it go. And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you so much. And so it is. So we have a tradition here at New Thought. We all get to stand up, hold hands, and sing together. Who's the good after spread? Who's the singer in the group? Let's start us out on a note. Shakshi, would you help us out?
That's on the list.
Yes, yes. Because I don't know. And then you understand them to me.
Aloha.
Beautiful singing, you guys.
Good to see you. Great song.
Thanks.
Good to see you, brother.
Yeah. Beautiful song.
Aloha.
Hi.
Heart to heart?
Oh, heart to heart. I love it. Yes, that was so beautiful.
Very wise suggestion.